mirror bracket is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. The mirrors are not cracked, chipped, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. There's no stickers that will obstruct my view. At this time, going for this gas tank is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I see no leaks from the top and the bottom. The gas tank top is held on by a chain. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. Inside the gas tank top is a seal, which is not cut, dry rotted, or freighted. My gas tank straps are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I see no signs of metal plates that will indicate any looseness. The gas tank and the gas tank strap, everything is properly mounted to the vehicle. My steps are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. There's no dirt or slippery substance on my steps. This light right here, which is a turn signal and a hazard light, it is amber in color. It's not cracked, chipped, or broken. At this time, I'm gonna start from the top or the back of the tractor. The back of the tractor, which is a spring handle bar, is a spring handle bar. The spring handle bar. The spring handle bar is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. My back of my window is not cracked, chipped, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. The seal is not cut, dry, rotted, or frayed. See no leaks. My reflectors are not cracked, chipped, or broken. They're silver in color and properly mounted. The back of the tractor has all rivets is intact. There's no damages. Glad hand seals, they made of plastic. They not cracked, chipped, or broken, and they properly mounted to the back of the tractor, and they work properly. Okay. What we're gonna go into now, okay, I got a service light that is clear in color. It's not cracked, chipped, or broken, no condensation. My air connectors. My air connectors are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I hear no leaks. Service line, emergency line. They're not cut, dry rotted, or freighted. Did I mention the connector? The connector is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I hear no leaks. The service line and emergency lines, they're not cut, dry rotted, or frayed. I hear no leaks. Glad hands are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. The glad hand connectors are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I hear no leaks from neither one of those. The glad hand has a seal inside, which is not cut, dry, rotted, or freighted. I'll attach that back at a 45-degree angle. My electrical connector is not cracked, chipped, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. My electrical wire is not cut, dry, rotted, or frayed. It's properly greased, and all the holes are clean and free of debris. I have all 7 pins intact inside the electrical connector. The electrical wire is not cut, dry, rotted, or frayed. No exposed wires that would indicate any kind of electrical problem. This electrical connector right here is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. All 7 pins are present. It works properly, and it's properly greased. I'll go back this way. I'm gonna work my way from the front to the back. The drive shaft is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. The universal joint, which is located up there, is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. It's clean and free of debris. My catwalk and stairs are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. The catwalk is clean and free of debris and no slippery substance. My battery box is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. My battery wires are not cut, dry, rotted, or frayed, or any exposed wires that would indicate any electrical problem. The top of the terminal is clean and free of debris. I'm going back in. I have 2 drive shafts. They not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. Both universal joints are clean and free of debris. Back here, located back here is on both sides. I have brake hoses that are not cut, dry, rotted, or frayed. I hear no leaks. On both sides, I have brake chambers that are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. On both sides, I got slack adjusters and push rods that sits at a 90-degree angle. The push rod is not cracked, bent. Hold on. Slack adjusting push rod sits at a 90-degree angle with the brakes applied. The push rod has no more than 1 inch of play with the brakes off. Cotter pins intact on both sides. Now I'm working my way out. This spring hanger is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. My leaf springs on both sides, they are properly aligned. If a quarter of them was missing, I put this vehicle out of service. They are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. All the way in the back there, I have a shock absorber. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I got U-bolts and anchor plates back there. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. Now I'm working my way out. I got brake shoes that has no less than a 1/4 of an inch thickness. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I got brake drums that are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. No illegal wheels, no slippery substance on my brake drums. What I have now is inner and outer rims, which is also known as bud rims. The bud rims and the inner and outer rims are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. No signs of illegal wheels. Before I go this way, I got a splash guard. It's not cracked, chipped, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. It's properly mounted to the splash guard bar, which is mounted to the vehicle frame, which is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. So I left off with the rim. Okay. Axle seal. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I see no leaks. My lug nuts and studs are not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. No metal flakes or running rust trails that indicate any looseness. There's no debris in between my inner and outer rim, which is also known as bud rims. These rear tires, my rear tires, hold on, go back. The valve stems, I have 2 of them. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present with the cap intact. I hear no leaks. My rear tires are not cut, dry, rotted, or frayed. They're not unevenly worn. The tread depth is 2 and 32 seconds. These tires can be recapped and re-grooved or mismatched. Let me get this real quick. The mud flap is not cut, dry, rotted, or frayed. The mud flap bar is not cracked, bent, or broken. It's properly mounted to the frame. Back here I have an airbag which is not cut, dry, rotted, or frayed. I hear no leaks. The airbag mounts is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. It's properly mounted to the frame. I always try to stay in touch with this vehicle. There's no space between the 5th wheel and the apron. I always have a problem. There's no space between the 5th wheel and the apron. The 5th wheel is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. It's properly greased. The pull handle is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. Properly greased. The safety latch and the pivot pin is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. The 5th wheel mount is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. And the locking pin is in the lock position. The locking jaws are around the shank of the kingpin. I locked around the shank of the kingpin. Some vehicles might not have this sliding mount, but you say it anyway just to get you credit. Now, what you do is, I got a reverse light back here. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. It's clear in color and free and clear of condensation. I have reflectors and brake lights, which are also my signal lights and hazard lights. They're red in color. They're not cracked, chipped, or broken. Under here, I got cross members. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I have this wood floor right here in my trailer. It shows no signs of holes or damage. my trailer. Inspection sticker is up to date. Whole side of my trailer. The rivets are present. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. I got DOT tape, which is red and white. It runs the length of the trailer. Headerboard. The front of the trailer, I almost forgot. All my rivets are intact. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. And it has no holes or damages. Time you get here, you go. My landing gear is not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. My landing gear feet is clean and free of debris. They're raised in the up position. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present. My crank handle is missing. But if it was here, I would say it's not cracked, bent, or broken. All nuts and bolts are present, and it's properly stored in its proper position. But by this one being broken, I will bring it to the attention of my